These are directions on how to do your Inequalities Practice Center. Okay, so I'm going to start with number 1. It says, write an inequality to represent each situation. Remember, when you see the word inequality, that means to use a less than or greater than sign, or a less than or equal to sign, or a greater than or equal to sign. That's what the word inequality means. Every time you hear it, where it says write an inequality, you should automatically think of those signs in your mind, because that's what you're going to need to do to solve the problem. So it says, Professor Peterson is buying a writing desk. The width of the desk must be less than 4 feet. Okay, so I have these words right here, less than, which means I'm going to use the less than sign. It has to be less than 4 feet, so I'm going to put a 4 here. And since they don't give me any other numbers or anything else to use to put right here, I'm just going to put a variable, and the variable that most people use is x. So x is less than 4. This would be my inequality. Okay, so that's how you do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4 on the other page. On the other page, I'm going to do one of the graphing ones. Let's do number 7. Okay, so first I need to do is label my number line. You can label it really however you want, as long as you can fit this number on there somewhere. So I'm going to put 0. Let's see, 0, 1, 2, 3. I'll put 0 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You also could do it by 2s, 2, 4, 6, 8, by 5s, whatever you want. Okay, so I need to put a dot at this number right here. But I need to think to myself first by looking at this inequality sign, right? And this is the less than or equal to sign. Am I going to put an open dot, or am I going to put a closed dot? And if we haven't gotten to this point of learning this this week, we will get to it eventually, but because it has this line underneath it right here, which means or equal to, we are going to use the closed dot, because the closed dot is saying that the answer 7.1 also would solve the inequality. So if it has a line underneath it like this does, we put a closed dot. If it doesn't have a line underneath it, like how these ones up here don't have lines underneath them, then you use an open dot to graph. Okay, so here we go. So I'm going to put 7.1. 7.1 is going to be somewhere between 7 and 8, probably pretty close to 7, maybe right here. So I have my closed dot, but now I need to put my arrow. So I can see here that it is the less than or equal to sign, which means it should be pointing towards the smaller numbers, like that. Okay, if you have any questions, talk to the people next to you before talking to your teacher.